Hey, what's up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposing IWC, and I'm in a good mood today for the most part, even though the IWC apparently is not, because Raw got some mixed reactions last night. Okay, I was kind of surprised. At first, I was surprised. Then I went back and I actually thought about it. Like, okay, I understand what's going on here, but Raw got some mixed reactions. Like some people are liking it, some people don't like it. Talk about that. Most of the dislike stems from the Judgment Day storyline, and folks are kind of like, we'll dive into it, okay? There's some good stuff that happened on that show, though. I was a fan of some stuff. We'll get into it. CM Punk said he's prepared to die. We had a vignette for American Made with Chad Gable. We had a situation I didn't catch. I walked out of my room when the QR code came up for the damn White Six stuff. I walked out of my room. I did not see it. We'll get into that at the end of the stream and see what the hell happened on that with that thing. Maybe I'll pull up see wrestling video. I don't know. We'll see what happened. What else happened on that show? Jay and Uso and Braun Breaker had a very good promo segment that got me hyped for the match, which is not on Bad Blood. It's actually next week on Raw. I understand what they're doing there. We'll talk about that. And of course, we'll be talking about Bianca and Io Sky. All that good stuff. A lot of good stuff happened on the show, even though fans are kind of mixed on what happened last night. Oh yeah, and Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed was great as well. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get ready to do this because we will be doing, by the way, we will be doing the not that, the tier rankings. We'll be ranking the talent based on how well they performed. All right. Or how the writing, sometimes it's performance based, sometimes it's the writing, most times the writing. So, you know, for example, let's say I didn't like what happened with Xavier Woods, the writing, I'll put him in bad, but not necessarily the talent's fault, it's more the writing, right? So everything comes into play. The performances, the writing, all that comes into play when we do the tier rankings. So look forward to that. We'll be ranking these folk or tier ranking them based on how well they did last night. You can probably guess how I feel about some of these talents. But before we dive into the tier rankings, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and tell me your thoughts on the show of Raw. I thought it was solid. Overall, what would you give Raw? I would give Raw probably a, I don't know. I'll give my rating at the end of the show. Maybe I gotta think about it. No less than an 8. Okay, not less than an 8. I will give Raw nothing less than an 8, but we'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens when we do the tier rankings and when we talk about Raw. But what are we going to talk about first? Well, first we're going to talk about Bianca Belair and Io Sky. Now, when this match was freaking announced, well, before it was announced, okay, let's back it up. Let's back it up. Forget about last night, okay? Back it up. Bring it back, okay? Bring it all the way back. I wanted Bianca Belair to win the tag titles. Why? Is it because I was a fan of her in a tag team with Jade? No. At this point, you guys have known my thoughts on that. I want Bianca Belair to be a single competitor. But I wanted her to win the tag titles because I thought if she did, her behind would be on Raw. On Raw, it's a 3-hour show. And when there's a 3-hour show, it's more likely that Bianca can cook in a singles match because that was going to happen on SmackDown. We saw what happened with Chelsea Green. They got 2 minutes, okay? On Raw, which is why I like the 3 hours, which is why 3 hours is important. On Raw, I thought it was best chance we had for a long match for Bianca Belair in the singles division. So every week I come on there and I say, hey, Bianca Belair versus Io, let's do it. After a while, it became like a joke. It became like a meme for me every week. Last night I said, hey, you coward, talking to Triple H, do the match. And sure enough, match was announced. Like, what? What do you mean the match was announced? Or not announced, it was leaked by the dirt sheets. That match was happening. Like, what are you guys talking about? Are you kidding me? You mean this tweet actually worked? Is what I tweeted. Yeah, it's going to happen. Okay. I can't believe it. They're actually doing it. So that's why I wanted Bianca on Raw for the longest time. Because I thought that's our chance to get an actual match. Because Bianca has not been cooking in the ring because of tag team nonsense and because of the situation with the titles. They haven't had time to have an actual match. I'm looking forward to her being on Raw for that reason. All right. So well, every week I've been saying, come on, just do the match, do the match, do the match, hoping, but not really like expecting it. But once they started teasing the damage control storyline with Bianca and Jade, I thought it made sense. So ultimately, okay, and I said, hey, give us the match, you cowards. I tweeted this. Oh, there. I tweet that. People say, hey, you got your wish. Like, really? And then I got the visual of this on my TV screen. And I was like, wait a minute. You guys lied. Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane. Like, what? Bianca against Kairi Sane? That's not what's supposed to happen. You guys are a bunch of liars, right? Luckily, there was a storyline in place where Kairi Sane was not going to be in the picture for that match, and we'll get to that here in a second. But I was kind of scared. Like, okay, we're going to get Bianca, Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane's good, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted Bianca versus Io Sky, right? Sure enough, we got it because Io Sky went crazy backstage. So Bianca Belair was warming up, getting ready for her match with Kairi Sane. Io Sky ran up there and said, hey, what are you doing? Why are you taunting Io Sky? She had an injured eye. It's not a fair fight. You are a coward. They're letting Io Sky talk now in English. I think it's because she's babyface and they want her to connect with the crowd more. That's the only explanation I have. When she was a heel, they were having her cut more promos in Japanese. Now, since this whole babyface turn, they've been dialed in on letting her speak English. I think it's good. I think it's great. When you're babyface, like it or not, it's better for the crowd to understand what you're saying. It's easier to connect with the crowd. It's working. She sounds fine. She sounds good. You're doing a good job. I like that she's cutting promos in English. That's great. It's good for her. Good for this run needed that for me. And I think she's going to benefit from it as she continues on this babyface route. She comes in, she yells at Bianca Belair, goes crazy, very animated. Jade Cargill tells her to calm down. Like, I know you're talking to her like that. And then Bianca said, look, okay, I didn't make the match. I'm not the booker, okay? I'm not Adam Pearce. But hey, if you want to fight for her, you want to take her spot? Sure. Since you're 10 tones down here, how about we have a match later on? Do you accept? She said she accepted. And the crowd popped. So this crowd was great all night, first of all. And they were aware that these two were, they're very appreciative and are looking forward to having these two in the ring, which was good to hear because they got a good pop when Io Sky said, I accept. Okay, now, people are talking about Io Sky's acting. Io Sky is fine, okay? This is not HBO. This is not a premium show. This is not premium television. She's doing a fine job. It's pro wrestling. She's speaking a language that's not her first. Let her cook, okay? Stop criticizing her acting, okay? Io's fine. Io is fine. So we set up the match for later on. And the match was fantastic, as we all knew it would be. Now, these two, in my opinion, I've given my rankings before. These two are both S tier, top of the line in WWE. It's Bianca. It's folks like Io, it's folks like Stephanie McCare, folks like Asuka. Those are people are top tier in WWE. Folks like Charlotte, you know. I was hoping that they would be given time, and they were given enough time. They had 2 commercial breaks, so we had 3 segments, and they cooked. The match started off with them showing off their athleticism, doing the reversals. Basically, the purpose of this match was to show, and I think it's better for Io here, it was to show that Io is on the level of Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is protected very strongly. Io Sky has never beaten Bianca clean. Every time she pinned her, it's been by either Money in the Bank cash in or by cheating. So this was the first time she actually pinned Bianca clean. So they are showing the audience, hey, we have Bianca Belair, you have Io Sky, they're on the same level. That was the point of this match. And you can see what they're doing with Bianca. They are using her to accomplish that goal. They built her up very, very strong. So now they're using her to elevate others. They're using her to bring up Jade. They're using Bianca Belair to have Nia Jax face her, right? When Nia Jax beat her in the Queen of the Ring tournament, what did Nia Jax say? I just beat Bianca Belair. You see that, Lyra? I beat Bianca Belair. Okay, they're using her to elevate other people. So now she's taking pins. to Nia Jax to Io Sky. Is it hurting her? No, because Io Sky hit the small package. Bianca Belair had her for the KOD. She used her trickery. She capitalized. She didn't knock her out, anything like that. She had injury against Nia Jax, a leg injury. Had her for the KOD. She collapsed. So they're not burying her or making her look weak. They're just using her to elevate others. Io Sky came out looking good here by getting the clean win. And Bianca's fine, okay? She's fine. So that's how they're using Bianca. Elevate Jade. Elevate Nia Jax. Elevate Io Sky. Okay, that's what we're doing here. It was a good match. Again, they showed off at the beginning, came back, had the press spot, had a beautiful bridging German suplex by Io Sky. You had an insane dive to the outside, a suicide dive to Bianca Belair on the outside, where Bianca Belair stepped up to take the hit. Looked great, looked vicious, looked strong. You had Bianca Belair putting Io Sky up in a suplex, vertical suplex, walking up the damn ramp or the damn stairs. Great stuff, fun show. Showing off, showing how good they are, showing how talented they are. Bianca Belair going for the 450. Io Sky getting her leg up, her knee up. It was great. I was thrilled the entire time. I'm like, yes, this is the top tier wrestling in WWE. This is the highest it can go. Thanks for the super chat, Pedro. Jay beats Kyrie and Bianca pins Io for the tag titles. Do they do Kyrie against Jade? I wouldn't do it. Let me be clear, okay? I would not do Bianca and not Bianca. I would not do Jade against Io Sky or Kyrie Sane for that matter. I wouldn't do either of those matches. As bad as that sounds for Jade and Kyrie Sane, I'm not convinced that's the way to go. Could it be fine? I hear that suicide dive to the outside. Could it be fine? Sure. Like 50-50. It can go really, really good, or it can get really, really bad, okay? And the last thing I want to do is have the damn Io Sky, not Io Sky, but Kyrie Sane stands and Jade Cargill stands arguing about who screwed up, and that's the last thing I want to see, okay? Triple H can put Bianca Belair and Io Sky in the ring. They're comfortable with each other. They have great chemistry, and they can cook all day long. That's no issue there. Jade Cargill and Kyrie Sane, it can be fine. It can be fine, but the safest route for that match is a squash. The safest route. The safest route would be a squash, but you don't want to do that to Kyrie Sane. So you gotta have a actual competitive match. Here's the positive with that. Kyrie Sane and Jade have been in the ring a few times now, in tag team matches, but they've been in the ring, right? They've been in the ring in Japan tour, feeling each other out, touching each other. So there's chemistry there in terms of familiarity. And thanks for the super chat again, Pedro. But do we think it'll go swell? I don't have the confidence in it, okay? I'm sure it'll be fine. But I don't have the confidence. That's all I'm saying. So again, Io Sky gets a big win. She's ecstatic. She's thrilled. Bianca Belair is dejected. Good match. Nobody gets hurt here. After the match, Bianca Belair goes to Twitter and says, hey, Io Sky, you done did it, girl. This is what you said on Twitter. She said, hey, I gave it to you. You did your big one tonight. Let me know when you want to run it back. Tag team match. Basically said our women's divisions are fire and we can have it for the tag team championship later on. That's when you bring Jade and Kyrie Sane in, obviously. Now, I don't know when Kyrie Sane's eye is going to be good. She's got stitches in it. You don't want to open that up. It's very close to the actual eye. So what's going to happen with Kyrie Sane's situation? How long do I have to wait for Kyrie Sane? Can she go next week? I don't know. Do you want to risk it? Probably not. Now, what I would do, now I don't know, this may look bad for Jade Cargill, but I would love a series between Bianca and Io. Best of 5, best of 3. I wouldn't mind. Would you probably do that? I don't know. Considering the reaction the fans gave, and so there's Bianca's tweet. Io Sky said, you always push me to fight. You always push my fighting spirit to the next level. I can't wait for our next match, rival, which is nice. So she's basically saying Bianca is my rival. That's awesome. That's cool. But Triple H had to have seen the reaction. This reaction was, well, online, He's on Twitter, like he got his burner accounts. The reaction was incredible for this match. So we have to look at that and say, Bianca Belair has been doing backstage segments, not wrestling. Look at this match. Look at the reaction. Do I run it back? Do I do some other stuff with Bianca and Io Sky? Do I let them cook in other ways? Because the crowd reaction, this is awesome chants. This is awesome chants. You heard the EST and the Io Sky chants. The internet was buzzing about the match. Do I lean into that, or do I pull it back and go back to what I was doing before, having Bianca Belair and Io Sky in their tag teams, not really wrestling, not really cooking in the ring? Do you do that? I don't know. Thanks for super chat again. Just no explosive spots for saying, please, too risky. It is risky. You can't deny it's not risky. It is. It's risky, folks. Will it ultimately be fine? I'm sure the match will be fine. I'm gonna go live. They'll move on with their lives, right? But coming off of that, do you want to do that the next Raw? Next Raw, Kairi Sane against Jade Cargill. You want to see that next round? The next Raw? That might be a bad compare and contrast for the two of them, you know? Do you do that? Do you do an immediate match between those two so you can do that comparison? Because no, the fans will do that. Let's compare the two matches. This was so much better than the other one. Like, that's what's going to happen. If you're okay with that, fine. If you're okay with that, fine. But here's that suicide spot again. Hopefully they don't take it down. I won't play it. But she dives out. Bianca steps up. This is why Bianca's such a ring general. She actually steps up. You see the white step here? She steps up so that it lands flush. And the impact was crazy. Crazy impact. Big spot. They know what they're doing. They're veterans. They have great chemistry. They're rivals. They're officially rivals in WWE right now. They're equals in terms of booking. I have no problem with that because Io Sky, I think, is amazing. One of the best in the world. And a lot of people consider her to be the best in the world, especially in Japan. They idolize her. I love her. She's one of my favorites. I have no problem with her being elevated to that level of Bianca in WWE. She's that good. So I accept it. I saw some folks saying they don't like that Io Sky beat her because Io Sky is smaller. That doesn't matter. When that talented in the ring, it's like Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, it doesn't matter your size. He's that gifted. He's that technically gifted. You allow that comparison to happen. You allow that. It doesn't matter the size. You accept that she is on that level because she's that damn good in the ring. She's amazing. Okay, so I loved match. I was vindicated because I've been calling for this match for months. And yeah, Bianca, you have to regroup, come back, and yeah. The match just put pressure on Jade to step up. Well, Jade's in tag teams, right? She's a tag team wrestler. So right now there's no pressure for her. She just got to do the hot tag stuff. As long as she has the hot tag stuff down, I'm being serious here. As long as she has the hot tag stuff, she's going to be fine. They're not asking her to have 5-star matches. They're not asking her to do what they did with Bianca and Jade or Bianca and Io Sky. They're not going to ask her to go out there and do a 2-segment match or 3-segment match with 15 minutes. Go out there and cook. Not going to do that. He's confident Bianca and Io can do that. But Jade, I don't think so, which is why it's probably not going to happen. If we do have a match, it'll be a squash, I probably think. This is why I probably wouldn't do it, because people get upset. There's no pressure, but there's a gap. I agree, there's a gap. And I don't know if that gap's going to change anytime soon. I do believe Jade Cargill is benefiting from being around Bianca, listening to her, rubbing off of her, sharing the ring with her. She's definitely benefiting, obviously. She's better than she was 6 months ago. Is she going to be like WrestleMania main event worthy by the end of the year? I don't think so. So you get how much you get out of this. She learns, she grows, hopefully. Then they split, and then you see her cook by herself, and you let it be what it is, okay? If she's great, fine. If she's not, then she got to keep going. This is not like a one-year thing with Jade Cargill. This is a long-term build for her as a wrestler and for her as a character. So this year, she had another year. You build up years and years and years, and by the time you're 34, 35, then you maybe can cook in the ring. Not like a rush maker like Bianca. It's never going to happen. Bianca is a generational talent. You can't recreate a generational talent like that. There's only one Bianca. There's only one Io Sky. If there's more Io Skys, then there will be more women like Io Sky of that size with that athleticism and that strength There's only one Io Sky with that frame and that strength and that athleticism. Io Sky, one of one. Bianca Belair is a generational talent. Can just recreate it or redo it, especially at this stage. They would have had to get Jade Cargill at a very young age, in her like early 20s, to even try that. So it's not gonna happen right now in her early 30s. Okay, you gotta accept that. Famous re-signed with WWE. That recent news that just happened. Everybody re-signed with WWE. That's good to hear if that just happened. Yes, you did. Look at that. Breaking news, folks. Sheamus has re-signed. Now you're gonna have more bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. How many bangers do I have to say? Like 6 of them? So yeah, now was it the best match? Was it the best TV match of the year? Either that or not Kyrie. Either that or Lyra, Io, maybe, or what are the other good TV matches of this year? I think it's probably this for me because I'm biased, obviously. I like Bianca and Io Sky; they're my favorites. Maybe I'm biased. You could argue maybe Lyra, Io. You can maybe argue for TV, like with commercial breaks. I don't know. What will be the other one? Oh, yeah. Tiffany Bianca was a good one. That was a good one. Don't sleep. Go watch that on YouTube. Don't sleep on it. Tiffany Bianca was good. Was it as good as this one? No, but it was good. That had more of an injury angle with Bianca's leg. Remember that? Bianca was limping a little bit. So yeah, I don't know what else will be up there. Maybe Becky, Nia Jax, Last Woman Standing. Yes, there you go. You said it. We're on the same page there, Richard. Becky, Nia Jax, Last Man Standing. That was good. That was a good one. Yeah, one of those probably. But yeah, I love this one. I love the talent. I love the athleticism. I love the expression on their faces. I love just so much chemistry. I love that Io Sky called Bianca her rival. That's awesome. I love that. That's awesome. Now, someone would say, hey, why is it that Bianca is not remembering that Io Sky was an awful person? And again, this is storytelling of pro wrestling. You just got to accept it, okay? Io Sky took a chair to Bianca's leg. The reason why Bianca was injured because of Io Sky. They forgot about it, okay? That's how pro wrestling works. It's why Bayley's a face so nobody remembers all the crap she did, right? That's just how it is. We have to accept that in pro wrestling, there's no carryover sometimes. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there is. Like Bianca still hating Bayley, but Io Sky, Io Sky took the chair to her leg. She's at a whop. Like she's just as awful, but they forgot about it. That's pro wrestling. They pick and choose what folks remember. They pick and choose what the talent remember. That's how it is. I don't care. I have to accept it. Oh well, what it is what it is. Io Sky's a face. Bianca doesn't remember what she did. It is what it is, okay? We can't complain about that. Because if we're going to complain, we're going to be complaining all day. We're going to be complaining all day. I don't think Bianca's turning heel. I don't think so. Especially not after that tweet. That's basically saying, yo, you're awesome tweet. Now we're going to talk about, actually this tweet right here kind of plays into the next topic. Check this out. Rikishi, the big man himself, has an issue with the storylines with his son. Okay. Why? Well, because Jey Uso is smitten by freaking Rhea. This is a topic, well, this is a point of contention for most folks. For some folk, not most folk, but some folk online, this is a point of contention because they're not feeling this feud. There's like a bigger point here. The Judgment Day storyline is dragging for some folks. They're not enjoying it. They don't like the prospects of a Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley Mania match, and now after that match, Bianca and Io, they're wondering why the hell Bianca and Io aren't in this damn title picture, or especially Io, because technically Bianca is a SmackDown superstar, so she lost the tag titles. She gotta go back to SmackDown. More about Io. So why isn't Io holding the title? What is this? I'm tired of this storyline. Screw Liv Morgan. Screw Rhea Ripley. Screw them. I don't care. I don't care if Jay wants to get in Rhea Ripley's pants. I don't care if they're flirting. It's over. Leave me alone. I'm bored with it. Now, For every one person who says that, like 5 or 6 that love it, they're eating it up, like so it's like a soap opera or a novella. They're enjoying this storyline with this love angle, this flirty stuff. What do you call it? Jeria, like JHEA, what Jeria? Who the hell knows what's going on? Those freaking shipping names. Now, typically, I hate shipping and friction, not because I have a problem with folks enjoying relationships. That's fine. Usually, I hate shipping because it leads to toxicity online. Like shipping is a cancer. Whether it's Star Wars, whether it's wrestling, whether it's anime, whatever. Whenever they like this shipping stuff, it gets out of hand with the fans because they start loving their ship. I love those two people together. No, I love those two people together. No, it's this relationship. No, it's that relationship. That relationship is better. They should be together. No, they should be together. It gets toxic and like bad and like very negative online. So typically I hate this whole shipping culture, but they're loving this ship of Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso. They're eating it up. No really like any competing ship with this, so I guess it's fine. Nobody else is like competing for Rhea's hand here. How you guys feeling about this? Are you enjoying the Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso flirting and this whole thing that's snowballing? Because Rikishi is not. Because Rikishi thinks that WWE are trying to ruin his son's marriage. I ruined my son's marriage. Is that what's happening? Is the marriage being ruined? Is Jey Uso got to go home to his significant other and say, hey, I don't actually like Rhea Ripley, so don't divorce me. I'm not sure Jey Uso is freaking married. I have no idea what's going on with Jey Uso. It's been fun. Yeah, even anime. Yeah, shipping is crazy. Shoe people love angles. Sure, I don't hate love angles, but this is kind of like around the women's title kind of thing. Like it's like a Liv Morgan thing with Dom, now Rhea with Jay. Is the women's championship kind of sidelined here? Not a good or bad thing. I'm just asking the question. Is this feud with Jay and Dom and the romance stuff, is that overshadowing the actual title picture? Is Liv Morgan even doing anything really beyond tormenting Damian Priest and like being a sneaky chick, going up, like doing some things behind the scenes, like, you know, causing mayhem and being a nuisance? Or is she actually like a women's champion right now for the division? You tell me. EO just had the belt. But not this belt, technically. We don't have to get into this. EO's not winning the belt. That's not happening, okay? We don't have to dive into it. Like, that's what people are saying, but we know what's happening here. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, that's the storyline. Are you enjoying it? That's my question. Are you enjoying the Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan shenanigans? We'll dive into a little bit more as we talk about it. But this segment, it had Jay, Rhea, Priest, and Xavier Woods, and you know, that happened, right? Not anymore. Factions have always held belts hostage. No. A lot of people are complaining about it. You go online, a lot of folks are hoping that this Liv Morgan thing ends at Bad Blood. They're going to be upset. Going to be upset because it's not going to end, okay? We'll talk about it a little bit more as we go forward. So we have Strowman talking to Miz, and Strowman's like, hey, I don't mean any disrespect when I said that I don't think you beat Bronson Reed. It takes a monster to beat a monster. What he said, that segment happened. It was fine. That was a fine segment. He meant no disrespect. Then we had Natty against Zoe Stark. Now, PFC, I come to bat for PFC online because I think people are giving them more shit than they deserve. They're going out of their way to shit on PFC in a way that I think is not. I think it's overboard. Is it the most compelling stuff? No. Is it the most fun stuff? No. Is it the best storylines? No. But they're trying. They're on TV. They're putting in the work in the ring. And I think folks are just going out the way to shame them or shit on them. Oh, it's no pop. No pop. What were they saying? No pop. I don't remember what the C stands for. PFC stands for no. What did PFC stand for? I don't remember what PFC stands for. Pure Fusion Collective. No Pop Collective, some shit like that. They're mocking the name. They're mocking them not getting any pops. And like, first of all, they're heels. They're not going to necessarily get a pop anyway. So why are you like before the match even starts, before the segment even starts, they're sitting on it. Give it a chance first, and then you can complain, and then you can shit on it. I just think it's overboard. I like the talent. I like Zoe Stark. I like Shayna Baszler. Sonya Deville on the mic is good. Her in-ring has not been great, no. But she just came back from surgery. Give her some grace here. I just think it's kind of nasty and mean-spirited what's happening with Zoe Stark and the crew. And I don't like it, all right? Sue me. Sue me. They got some boos. When they're in the ring, they have some heat. They get booed like they're supposed to. Natty got a good reaction in there. So I'm like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Natty, she's great. She's a joy. I like that she resigned. I thought they had a fine match. Was it great? No, but it's fine. Fine match. Ultimately, Natty wins. Is the story going anywhere? No, that's probably the biggest problem. The story's not going anywhere. And I said the biggest problem with this faction is that ultimately they're not going for the top title, so it feels kind of hollow. They're not going after Bianca and Jade right now. They're not going after Liv or Rhea, so it feels like they're kind of like small stakes. They're not serious. They're not about that action. They're not standing on business, right? So that's the issue they have. But I think they're trying. It's not the worst thing in the world. Natty looked great here. She looked great spots with the fans here. I'm not complaining, all right? It's fine. Can I tell you it's good? Like, can I honestly tell you this is good? No. It's not good, but it's fine. It's just fine. It doesn't deserve the shit it's getting every week. Like, I just feel bad. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel bad. PFC are just not needed anymore with Dakota hurt. Sonya isn't the level of talker to get good heat. I think Sonya is good on the mic, actually. Her in-ring has been the problem. Her mic work is fine. She has a history of good mic work. She has a history of it. Go back and look at her work on the mic over the years. It's been solid. Not great, but it's been solid. All right, let's move on. So PFC, that's a talking point for online. They hate it. Okay, I gotcha. They hate PFC. Not the worst thing in the world. That's all I'm saying. It's not the worst thing in the world. Then we have the second segment with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley gets all the time on the screen. But the second segment where Rhea Ripley says that struggling with her bad knee, right? Priest walks up and tells Kathy Kelly, get out of here. He says, I blame you, Rhea Ripley. I blame you for all this. It's your fault that all this happened. It's your fault you lost the titles. It's your fault I didn't win the championship last year. It's all your fault. Pointing the finger at Rhea Ripley. Rhea's like, nah, it's not my fault, okay? You're not going to gaslight me here. You're not going to gaslight me. It's you. You did it yourself. I'm not the villain in your story, but whatever. If you want that to happen, you want to be like that, fine. I'm done with you, right? Then Finn says, I was whispering Dom's ear. I was the person on the shoulder telling him to leave you for Liv Morgan. It was me. I was the devil on his shoulder. I advised him to leave you, was basically what he said. And then Jay showed up. Jay showed up to say, hey, everything good here? Finn says, Jay, she's out of your league and all that stuff. And then we had the segment where he said, yeah, he's right. So what, that I'm out of your league? Like, no, is that you had to go worry about the IC title. So again, they are focusing on this relationship is going to happen. We have to accept the fact that Jey Uso and we have to accept the fact that Jey Uso and Rhea, I don't know, blanking on her name just now, blanking on her name. We have to accept the fact that will be a legitimate relationship going forward. And yeah, that's just how it is. Thanks for the super chat, Pedro. Let's see what you got. It's a halo effect, hence why Liv and Sane have big fan bases regardless of their wrestling skills or weakness. Okay, I don't agree with that mindset. I see what you're saying. I think fair point. I hear you. I think some folks would disagree. But your point is taken. Let me think about that. What is going on with Because right after this, okay, I remember what happened now. Okay, went for the IC title. So Jey Uso went down to the ring, right, to confront. Before we talk about Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley, we have to acknowledge that Rhea Ripley has changed, right? The character has changed significantly. Oh, you're saying that's why? Okay, I see what you're saying. That's why PFC gets a lot of crap. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I hope that PFC gives a good storyline. And I hope that they hope they're allowed to cook. Because I don't like that they're getting treated that way. But again, is your opinion. I can't say you're wrong, okay? It's not the best. Now about Rhea Ripley, unfortunately for her, well, not only unfortunately, it's a matter of opinion. The character has changed. It's not the same. I hope Triple H is aware of that. She's no longer the badass Rhea Ripley. She's more tender and softer and nicer and sweeter Rhea Ripley. It's a change in the character. As long as he's aware of that, he'll be fine. She's still over with the crowd. Crowd still loves her. But they need to be aware that that's the direction the character is going and commit to it. Because Rhea Ripley a year ago would have kicked Finn in the balls or did something here. But she's more, laid back. She's more nicer. She's more tender, more kind, more sweet. Okay, that's what we're getting. How is that going to play into Liv Morgan's feud? How's that going to play into the feud with Bianca later on? It's a character switch. It is. Is she a badass? Sure. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay, it's a different character. She's the sweeter. She's sweeter. It's a sweeter personality. Clearly. I hope they know what they're doing. Because it could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the direction they're going. Now, Jey Uso comes out to the ring. There's a yeet thing. Yeet this, yeet that, yeah. He's yeeting all the time. But then Braun Breaker comes down there. I like Jey when he's not yeeting. I like Serious Jey. Basically, I like Jey without the damn glasses. This is Jey I like. I like this Jey. I don't care for the glasses Jey. I don't. But a very good promo between both of these two. I think Braun Breaker is a star on the mic and in the ring. He's going to be one of my favorite wrestlers for many years, I think. He's great. Braun is great. Jey was awesome here. I'm a dog walk your ass line. And how he said that his title reign might be shorter than his NFL career. All that was great. I liked Braun Breaker's reaction to that line. Sold on his face. He sold his words. That's what you gotta do. When you're a heel, you have to sell the words from the face. You have to show the effect of it. You can't just no sell the reaction. You can't just no sell the words. He sold the words. He reacted to the NFL line. Wasn't a fan of it. Then he attacked him. He attacked Jey. Then he got speared. Very good segment. Got me hyped for the match. Now this match, some folks thought might be at Bad Blood. It is not. So even though Braun Breaker is from Atlanta, he will not have a match that we know of. This match, at least, will not be at Bad Blood. Unless the next Raw is in Atlanta. Where's the next Raw? Where's next Raw? WWE. Sometimes the PLE and the Raw are in the same location. Let's see. Where's Raw? Probably not. I'm just curious to know where Raw is next week. Where is Raw? Hurry up. Raw is in Canada. Okay, not Atlanta. Okay, so it's in Canada. Never mind. Yeah, so no Atlanta match for Braun Breaker. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. But that's curious. Okay. But yeah, this spear was good spear, good segment, awesome stuff from both of them. This will probably main event next Raw. But here's the thing, folks. This is the good thing about matches not being on the card. On like only 5 matches on the big PLEs. Other matches like this get to be on Raw. We look forward to big matches on the weekly shows. You get Bianca versus Io Sky on the show. You get Braun Breaker against Jey Uso as a main event. You get the Wyatt 6 matches. You get big matches on the weekly shows to get you invested. Because to be honest with you, if they didn't do that, some folks would not tune in. All right, I'm going to skip this show. It's a filler show. No big matches. Nothing to look forward to. Skip it. But now, because we have actual big matches on the show, title matches like this with hype and good promos segments, look forward to weekly shows. Another point about Raw, I forgot to mention it before. Bianca and Io, they had a banger on Raw, right? Once Raw goes to 2 hours, it's not going to happen. This is a benefit this is a benefit of 3 hours. You have 3 hours for Raw. Okay, what does that give you? More time for the women, longer matches. You can cook on 2 hour shows. You get shorter matches for the women, like that 1 minute match for Bianca and Chelsea Green on SmackDown. So I prefer the 3 hours. I want to see 3 hours on Netflix with no commercial breaks. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the matches on that show? Give me 3 hours. Give me no commercial breaks. Give me longer matches. I don't like the shorter stuff, especially for the women. Let them showcase their talent in longer matches. I like the 3 hours. 2 hours, women always get shafted. They always will get shafted, all right? And we don't want to see that, right? We all like women's wrestling here, don't we? Hey, Will, Raw will be on, yeah. Oh, California? I thought it was Canada. I saw CA and this, like, assumed it was Canada. Let me see. Let me see. Am I crazy? Well, I closed it. Let me see something real quick. I won't give misinformation. It's California, my bad. Not Canada. It's in California. My bad. I saw CA to assume Canada. No, it's California. My bad. Tokyo Arena. Still not Atlanta, though. Still not Atlanta. Will Io and Bianca be at Bad Blood? Not a chance. Not a chance. No. Raw might get overruns on Mondays with the 2 hours. Yes, but it still won't be as long. But yeah, that's a fair point. Main event will get overruns, you would think. NXT won't. By the way, when NXT goes to CW, it'd be cut off because it's a network show, a network channel. So they may have news, local news will cut for CW sometimes. So there's a hard cut for NXT when it goes to CW. All right, so that's weird. Let's move on. The next match or the next segment was, let's see. It was the tag match. So Judgment Day actually had to defend their titles. Okay? They actually had to get up, get ready, get strapped up to defend those tag titles, which they haven't defended in I don't know how long, like since they won it. You had the New Day taking on Finn and JD McDonough, the #1 stunner. This match was solid. Crowd was hot for it. Now, the big part of this match that folks are talking about is a spot where Judgment Day comes down to the ring. The LWO comes down to even the odds. And Kofi Kingston does a dive to the outside. Now, this might be the worst ref in history. Because for some reason, instead of staying in the ring like you're supposed to do, like most refs does, he left to the outside to go break it up or continue what's going on out there. I'm like, what are you doing? The two legal people are in the ring. That's not your job to deal with that. That's ridiculous. That's a weird spot. Like in kayfabe, the ref was terrible. Like in kayfabe, the ref was awful ref. What are you doing observing what's going on the outside? They're not legal. The two legal men are in the ring now. So he pins JD and the ref is out there like trying to like make peace or contend what's going on. Like, what are you doing out there? That's not your job. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a ref ignore the two legal people in the ring. Usually what happens is the legal person leaves the ring, somebody comes in the ring, but when the two legal people are in the ring, the ref supposed to be paying attention to those two people in the ring, not to what's going on the outside. It was a joke of a performance for the ref. Obviously, it's purposeful, right? It's supposed to happen like that. But the ref was terrible. And Xavier Woods was rightfully upset. The ref was being an asshole. And then he goes back in the ring, and then he loses. And the Judgment Day retains. Now, Xavier Woods was clearly upset, and rightfully so. Took his anger out on Kofi Kingston a bit. Like, Kofi Kingston, like, dude, like, I can't take this anymore. Something got to change here. Something got to change. I don't know what got to change, but something got to change. You go backstage, yelling at LWO, like, why are you out there? What are you doing? You ruined it for us. Like, first of all, Xavier Woods, the Judgment Day were about to come down there and screw you guys. So they didn't ruin it for you. Now, Kofi Kingston just told him what's going on. Because according to Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston is not telling him what's going on. And that's a fair point. Why are you not telling your friend the plan? Why are you bringing in LWO without telling your friend, by the way, if Judgment Day come down there, the LWO will come down. What are you doing? Why are you keeping secrets like that? So that's a fair point. And then Kofi Kingston says, we didn't need help because we had Big E. So he brought Big E into it. So I like the storyline for the most part. It makes sense. They had to pivot because of what happened with Odyssey Jones. So they had to pivot to this. It's working. They're still doing that feud without Odyssey. They're linking it to Big E again. Because before it's like, well, Odyssey's trying to replace Big E. In this case, it's not that. It's like, we're missing Big E. He was our backup. We don't have him anymore. Now things are changed and it's not the same. This will go two ways. Big E comes back for like a segment, not in the ring. He comes back to like bring them together, or he doesn't and they break up. The only way they stay together is if Big E shows up for a show to talk some sense to them, slap some sense to them. Like, that doesn't happen. I think they will break up. We'll get a heel turn Xavier Woods, which is probably most cases what's going to happen, right? I think most likely that's going to happen. We're going to get a bad Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods against Dragon Lee. Oh, that'd be a good match. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that'd be a good match. When he turns heel, then you do that match. I love that. That could work. Xavier against Dragon Lee could be very good. Street Trash will. Oh yeah, Street Trash. The Judgment Day. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the name is Street Trash, not Judgment Day. You're right. Cross planted a parasite. It all comes back to Cross. Huh? It's all his working. It's all he's doing. Cross. All right. Can you imagine if Cross came up and said, "Hey, it was me. It was my working. It was my doing. Remember that segment that you forgot about months ago? It was me." That'd be hilarious. But that's true. Cross did plant the seeds for that, so we'll give him credit for that story beat, I guess. But yeah, Xavier Woods would probably turn heel, and I'm curious to see how it works out because I like the whole since we lost Big E, things have not been the same angle. That makes sense. He can come back for the 10th anniversary. Big E does. It'll work. Yeah, but I think they're breaking up for sure. Next match was this ridiculous, fun, awesome, nonsensical match between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. All it took was one bump to the corner and the damn turnbuckle came down. Was awesome. Then you had a spot where he threw a fan. I don't know who this person is. Maybe he's a local talent. He tossed a fan. Okay. Fan had to be athletic to make sure he jumped that far. We tossed the man. He tossed a human. It broke a barricade, right? He turned over a damn like golf cart. Somehow that cut the damn camera, which was hilarious. Then it went through the damn wall. This was great. Bronson Reed has been booked very strong and very awesome. Like, I love everything that's happening with him. I'm guessing his end game will be Seth Rollins. He took out Seth Rollins, so I'm assuming when Seth comes back, he gets revenge on Bronson Reed. That's where this is going, I think. But yeah, this is awesome, man. I'm loving what they're doing with Bronson Reed. Yep, we're doing the tier list. We are doing the tier list. Here it is. See, we're doing it. Once I run through Raw, we're gonna rank the talent very quickly. Don't you worry, we're gonna do it. But yeah, this is great. Like, I have no complaints. Awesome segment. Fun stuff. If you keep letting Bronson Reed cook, it was great. Yeah, exactly. The actual show is like a 2 hours and 15 minutes for, so Raw will be like, Raw on Netflix is probably like 2.5 hour. Okay, yeah, 2.5 hours. The 2.5, yeah, around that time probably. The actual show. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. The length. It can be whatever it needs to be. Let's talk about the next segment. When do you think Seth comes back? I don't want to say Raw on Netflix, but maybe Raw on Netflix. That'd be a long time for him. And I think Becky's come back for Raw on Netflix, so January. Could they do the same for Seth? I mean, think about it. What's coming up here? You got Bad Blood. That ain't happening. You got Survivor Series. You got Crown Jewel. I think Seth could get away with a long stay out. I think he can get away with coming back for Netflix. Seth and Becky could come back at the same time for the Netflix shows on Raw. Be a good time to do that. Becky and Seth both come back on January or in January for the big shows. When is that Saturday main event? I keep hearing about that Saturday main event, but I can't remember where it is. Like when it is. WWE Saturday main event. When is that? When is that? What's the date? Let's see. The next date for the Saturday main events. If I can find it. September 14th. Okay. Not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. September 14th is a decent time to do that. That could be fun. I wonder how that's gonna go. It'll be interesting to see how they work that show and how it looks. Will it have a PLE feel? Will it have commercials? How it's gonna be? Something to look forward to, that December 14th show. Yeah, that should be good. So freaking Sami Zayn come down to the ring, right? Sami is talking that talk about wanting to face Gunther. Now Gunther is afraid of him. Now Gunther is how he's in Gunther's head. I beat him before, he beat him again. And then Kaiser come down there and says, hey, start talking for Gunther. And say, you're not on his level, you're not worthy of the match. And Sami's like, what are you doing out here? Like, why are you talking for him? Like, what's going on here? Like, why are you his mouthpiece? Don't you have your own goals, your own ambition, your own milestones you want to reach? Why are you talking for him? Stand up for yourself. Stand up to him. Go on your own. Stop being a lackey. Basically called him a lackey. Stop being a lackey. And then Gunther comes out there and says, got something to say, Kaiser? Got something to say? Then Kaiser pretends like he's gonna say something to Gunther, but then he attacks Sami Zayn. Kaiser is very much a what word I'm looking for. He is a Gunther supporter, a Gunther follower. So that's kind of embedded in him. So will the day come where he challenges Gunther? Maybe, but not happening anytime soon. Kaiser is very much on the Gunther train. I don't know when that's going to happen, if at all. But Sami tried to talk no jutsu. If you're a Naruto fan, you know what I'm talking about. He tried to talk some sense into Kaiser. It didn't happen. Okay, so Kaiser is still very much a follower of Gunther. He hit him with his finisher or signature move. Gunther tried to leave. I said, no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay in here. And that's when he got hit with the damn suplex. And Sami Zayn stood tall, looking at Gunther and saying, hey, Gunther, I'm gonna get my title shot eventually. Some people think this match is gonna happen at Bad Blood. I'm not convinced. If it was going to happen at Bad Blood, it would have been announced by now. I think. I don't think we're gonna get this match at Bad Blood. This might be a crown jewel match. We're gonna get 5 matches, I think, at Bad Blood. CM Punk, Drew, Finn, Damian, Liv, Rhea. That big time tag match with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, right? And Solo and Jacob. And then Nia against Bayley. 5, not 6. I do not think we're going to get Gunther against Sami Zayn at that show. If it was going to happen, they would have announced it last night. So no Gunther Sami at Bad Blood, I don't think. The top tier Glazer, he really is. Sammy Hogan, talk his BS. Sammy's Naruto, talk no jutsu. Or some other anime character that's all the time talk some sense into someone. Not that character. You all the time talk some sense into the bad guy over and over again until it finally kicks in. That's what Sammy is. Sammy is a protagonist that's always trying to talk to the good guy or the bad guy about how to change their life and make better decisions. And he ain't trying to hear it. That's what Sammy is. But I think this match does not happen at Bad Blood. Deku, or someone said that on Twitter. Tom said that. Not Tom. Dan said that. Deku from My Hero Academia. That makes sense as well. Next, we had Kathy Kelly talking to Damian Priest. Liv Morgan walked up there to talk some shit. Talk to him about how they're losers and how they should have saw it coming. Basically, just there to talk shit to Damian Priest, no rhyme or reason, just to talk shit. Priest gives her the business, saying that you're gonna beat up her loser boyfriend. She didn't like that. So that was just kind of a segment for Damian Priest to get some insults off about Dom to Liv Morgan. It was fine. It was what it was. That little segment there. Got the confirmation that Drew is gonna be on next Raw. Every damn Raw, I feel like they're doing this whole thing where Drew returns, then CM Punk returns, then Drew returns, then CM Punk returns, then Drew returns. Like, how many times is CM Punk will return from a beating? Man has so much internal bleeding. Maybe they should take on him. Like, dude, maybe you should stay home. Like, he keeps going home for like a week from internal bleeding and coming back, getting beat up, going back again for a week, then coming back. He keeps returning. Now Drew McIntyre is returning to Raw, right? Funny stuff. Anyway, got this American-made vignette that was kind of cool, kind of funny for Creed brothers, Chad Gable and Ivan Al. It was fine. It was fun. We got a they're not dead apparently. They're not dead. Kaiser wants a big match this week against Sami Zayn. I think that's official for next week. Sami against Kaiser. That'd be a good match. Sami will win. Kaiser will lose. Because if Kaiser beats him, then Sami's kind of screwed. Now, actually, if they want to put it off the Sami challenge from Gunther, you book Kaiser to beat him next week. So if Kaiser beats him, he can't challenge for the title. He can't challenge at all. He has no stake in anything if he loses next week. So they might have a shock win where Kaiser beats Sami Zayn, and that delays the challenge. So then Sami has to beat Kaiser and then get to Gunther. They can do that. I'm just not convinced that Kaiser will face Sami. No, not Kaiser. I'm not convinced that Gunther will face Sami at Bad Blood. I don't think it's going to happen. Then we had a segment where Ilya was talking to Finn. So this might be a new direction for Judgment Day, where Ilya Dragunov was talking to Damian Priest and Jay, and then Finn walked up and said, "Hey, who are you talking to? Like, just so you know, we don't like them. And if you're wrong with them, we won't like you either. So pick a side, be smart about it." Ilya's like, "Dude, I'm not scared of you. I don't respect y'all." So it may be a new direction. This would be a great match, by the way. Great match potentially between Finn and Ilya here. I would love it. That would cook. I'm excited about it. That possibilities. We'll see where that leads. If that's going to happen, Finn might have to beat Damian Priest. Maybe Damian Priest gets injured at Bad Blood. Maybe that's the angle. Priest gets written off TV. I don't know. Because I don't know how else you do this. Like, how else do you do this? Do you just have like he joins Jay? Right now it's Priest, Jay, and Rhea. Maybe Ilya would join them. Maybe you'll get like Ilya and Jay for the tag titles. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they bring him into the fold somehow. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But so Gunther misses the PLE cycle entirely. Well, he did have a big PLE with his name all over the place with it, like his face all over the place for the Bash in Berlin. So he just had Bash in Berlin. That was his PLE, his moment, his time to shine. Maybe they put him on the back burner for Bad Blood, bring him back out for Crown Jewel. Maybe, I don't know. So 2 championship matches next week. Maybe just one. Maybe they prolong the Sammy Gunther feud for a little longer. Then finally a Ilya storyline. Yeah, that's good for him. But I think he might be working with Jay, working with Priest, working with Rhea Ripley. See how that goes. Main event showed the Judgment Day standing tall with Liv Morgan and Dom leading the way. This was a good match, fun stuff. I was gonna have a bunch of shenanigans here. Liv Morgan got involved. Look at her devilish look here, right? Then we had Rhea Ripley tackling Liv Morgan. That's interesting. Why is that popping up? Let me see something. Yeah, just escape that. What is going on there? Anyway, yeah, Liv Morgan tackling, getting tackled by Rhea Ripley over the table. Took out freaking Wade Barrett for crying out loud. We also had a dive here by Dom to the outside. We had a beat down here. Ultimately, Damian Priest hit the South of Heaven chokeslam, got the win, but the Judgment Day stood tall. We had Liv Morgan attacking Rhea Ripley with the damn Oblivion. I've got her damn finisher for a second. Oblivion. You got the coup de grace to Priest over and over again. It was a decent stuff. So the problem is folks are getting tired of this. Folks are getting annoyed. They're getting things the same thing over and over again. Same stuff, same endings, same beatdowns. Not compelling. Liv Morgan's just there. Rhea Ripley's dating Jey Uso. It's not that compelling to them. Obviously, it's subjective. Like what's good to you is not good to someone else, or vice versa. If I wanted something new, yes, I want a new development. I want Raquel. Bring me Raquel. Bring Raquel into this. Bring a new development. Do something different here. Something to spice it up here. Right now, watching Finn and the crew beat up on Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley every week, not doing it for me. So bring in Raquel. Bring in some other development. Bring Ilya into it. You know, add some pizzazz, some spice to it. Something. Because I am kind of I'm not really looking forward to the Judgment Day stuff every week. It's just like, yeah, it's meh. It's a top storyline. It shouldn't be meh. It should not be meh if it's the top storyline on Raw. We just need something to spice it up, a new dynamic. Raquel, Ilya, bring them into the fold. Maybe that'll help. But I'm not sure if it will. Okay. But good main event, fun. Crowd was hyped. Crowd was great the entire show. The crowd was great the entire show. I thought it was great. Now let's move on to the damn tier rankings. All right. So, Sonya Deville. She had like a promo, right? I think she did. She was on the show. She was ringside. I think they had a promo segment. I don't remember. It was fine. If it was fine. I don't remember what happened. It was fine. Okay. I thought Rhea Ripley had a segment with. She had like 5 segments, right? Had a segment with Jey Uso flirting with him. Had a segment with Finn. She had a segment where she came out there and attacked Liv Morgan. She had like 3 or 4 segments. It was all Fine to good. Selling the leg injury. Got jumped in the end, right? Got jumped in the end here, right? Jumped in the end. I'll give her I'll ask you guys. Good or fine for Rhea Ripley? I'm indifferent. Rhea was what? Fine. Good. Cool. What say you? Poll has been started. Put in your votes. Good. Fine. It was all right. But I'll let you guys decide. Good. Well, David, I know you're gonna say good. You're biased. I'm joking. Yeah, I'll leave very good. I'll leave her a good. But yeah, it was fine. Yeah, sure. Good is fine. Good is enough. I'm good with good. I'll leave it as good. I'll leave it as good. I won't drop it to fine. I'll give it to you guys there. Let's move on to the next one then. Who's this? Wait, LWO, right? Am I crazy? Fine. Adam Pearce, I thought was good, I think. Saxon, I don't remember him. Apple Fire was not in the show catering. Liv Morgan, I thought was fine. Sheamus, I thought was good. Catering. Becky's not there because she's out. I'll leave her off. Asuka is injured. I'll leave her off. Shayna, I thought she's there. Fine, I guess. Mr. Beast and Logan are done. Okay. Chad Gable, fine. He had a vignette. Fine. Kofi Kingston, I thought was good. Kofi was good. Priest, I thought was probably good or star. Good match. Solid promo work when talking to Liv Morgan. I'll put him as a star for crying out loud. You tell me. Is Priest a star or what? Or good? Shayna was fine. Samantha Evering's always great. Mordecai's injured. Seth Rollins is injured. Well, technically not injured, so I'll leave him in. He has an injury angle. I'll leave him off. Let's see. I've now probably fine with Chad Gable. It hadn't been yet. Catering. Roman star, good job. Why counted James in star? How'd that happen? I don't know. I don't know how it happened. I don't know. I just noticed that. I have no idea. It's been rectified. So Dom was good. I think meant Damian Priest. I think that's what I tried to do for star. Where's Priest? Curious. I thought Priest did a good enough job holding his own in the main event. Star. Carlito was fine, I guess. I mean, whatever. He was there. Dragon Lee was fine. He was there. It gotta be like I don't know. Sometimes the backstage stuff with just standing there not doing anything, but he came out there and helped. He threw down. Fine, I guess. Jay Cargill was fine. She was there. Maxine catering. Pete Dunne, not Pete Dunne, but he's injured. He's not there. Gunther, I thought was fine. Nothing too special about his stuff. Catering. Ivor's injured. Bronson Reed, I thought was star. Let's see. I want to say no, I think it's fine. I think it's LWO. CM Punk was fine. Promo was fine. He said, I'm gonna, what did he say? He said he wanted to prepare to die. It was a short, fine promo. It wasn't too thrilled about it. It was fine. Ilya's fine. Aladon is catering? Yes, she is. Where's Aladon? Here it is. Catering. Xavier Woods, I thought was good. Finn Balor was good. Yeah, he said ready for Hell in a Cell, and he'll die, willing to die. Triple H overall good show. You're good for your booking. I'm gonna give star to the new announcer, Joe. Thought he did a good job, especially during the Bianca Eel match. Very good job. Not complaining about that. Scarlett catering. R-Truth catering. Even though he's injured, angle. Seth catering, injured angle. No, for funsies, I'm gonna put all the people injured in the catering. See how it looks. Zelina Vega was there. She's on the screen. Lyra was there. What if I changed bad to nothing? Zelina Vega, nothing. Lyra, nothing, right? Really? They're just there, standing there. Kairi Sane, nothing. You spelled nothing right. Io Sky, star. EST, star. Match of the night. Braun Breaker, star. Thought his promo was great. Jey Uso, star. Promo was great. Zoe Stark, fine. Drew McIntyre was not on the show. Catering, right? Yeah, Drew's catering. Natalya, fine. Yeah, nothing's better. Not gonna use it. Let's see, who else? Asuka catering because she's injured, fine. Brett Saxon, I don't remember him being there at all. I'm putting catering. Katana injured, catering. Dakota Kai injured, catering. Jackie Redmond. Did Jackie Redmond have a segment? I don't remember. Luva Kaiser I thought was good. Catering. Sami Zayn was... Promo was good. I'll put good for Sami Zayn. Bronx, nothing. I'm gonna put nothing for Ivan Al because Chad Gable did all the talking. I put JD Madonna I give him a good for his performance in that tag match. Catering for Cross. What was that? Miz had a segment, but it was like, fine. Pete Dunne had a good match with Sheamus. And Rey Mysterio was fine. Okay, so look at this. Am I wrong anywhere? Am I wrong? Does anything need to be adjusted? Like on vacation? Okay. Oh, Ray was on the... Oh, that was Dragon Lee. Ray wasn't there. It was Dragon Lee in the two of them. Joaquin Wild and... What's his face? You're right. Catering. Bianca, Io, Braun, Jay, Damian, Joe, Braun Strowman, Samantha Irvin, and Bronson Reed. Just Strowman and Bronson Reed because they put in more work. Jay put in a little bit more work than Braun. No. I put Braun Breaker here. Priest, I put above them. He actually wrestled. Joe, okay, that's good. Punk was good. What did I Punk? Fine. It was a fine promo. It was fine. But fine. We want to put it good, I'll put him a good. Xavier was a star. You know what? You're right. You're right. I agree. You're right. You're right. Liv was fine. Thought Gunther was fine with his stuff. Sonya was fine. Oh yeah, he's catering. I don't know. I know he ended up there. Shayna was there. He was fine. She was fine. Alito was fine. Bagley was fine. Jay was there, looking pretty. She was fine. Ilya had a segment. At least he talked. He was in catering or nothing. Natalya, Miz was fine. Jay did nothing. What do you mean he did nothing? I'm gonna put the second Creed brother in nothing. Cause they're in the vignette, just standing there while Chad Gable talked. Really nothing. Yeah, I think that is it. Right? Am I wrong about something here? They're in the promo segment, but they talked in the promo. Yeah, they did talk. You're right, they did talk. I'm losing it. They did talk in that damn segment. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. You're right. Did Ivan Al talk? I don't remember. She looked great. I like Kairi Sane. She looked great. But Lyra, Kairi Sane, and Vega did nothing. It's not an insult. It's not bad. They didn't do bad. It's booking. The booking gave them nothing. It's a booking thing. It's not a performance thing. It's a booking thing. She did nothing. She came out there. She looked pretty. She did her little entrance thing with Io Sky. She celebrated with Io. But that's pretty much it. I'm not giving her a grade above nothing for that, right? I'm being fair here. Zelina Vega, Lyra, and Kairi Sane get the same rating. Kenna did nothing? Agreed. I think Sonya cut a promo. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about like a backstage segment or like a vignette. But I could have sworn she talked last night. Did she not say anything? They didn't show a video package or nothing? Are you sure? Am I losing it? Okay, I believe you. It's a long show. I'm kind of losing it right now anyway. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Oh, Natalya did a good job. I love our fan interactions there, but I'm putting her as a fine. Yeah, there we go. Jade talked. She said, I know you talked to her like that, so she backed up Bianca Belair, so she gets a fine. Okay. There we go. I feel very good about this tier list. Here is your performance, folks. Here it is. I'll take no complaints. Is that gonna work? Let's see. There we go. Catering or injury. There you go. Haha. Overall, a good list. A solid Raw. I'll give this Raw probably with the Bianca Io stuff, with the Bronson Reed stuff, with the Braun Strowman. It was strong. Look at all the stars of the show. I'll give this a 8 point. I give it an 8.4. Look at Nat in this freaking room. I'll give it an 8.4. But here, that is your tier rankings for the day, folks. Raw was good show. It was a good show. I'm not complaining. All right, folks. I'll answer any questions for like the next 10 minutes. You got anything before I wrap it up here? Raw was good. No complaints. Really. I think the Judgment Day storyline needs something. They need some type of juice, but beyond that, it was fine. We'll see what happens next week. Next week we're getting we'll get Kyrie Sane against Jade Cargo. That's a mistake. We may get Kyrie against Jade Cargo next week. We're probably gonna get Sammy against Kaiser. We're gonna get that main event of Jay against Braun Breaker. Jay will probably lose. I wonder if they bring in the Judgment Day, not Judgment Day, but you want to protect Jay. You want to protect him. Do you bring in like the Bloodline angle? Does Jacob show up or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. They moved. So Richard talking about how NXT moved from a big arena to like a 3K arena or 3,000 seating arena. Smart call. It wasn't selling. They weren't announcing any matches. So they just underestimated, they overestimated the enthusiasm for NXT for that week. So Chicago is a good wrestling city. It sold well. St. Louis did not. So they moved it to a more intimate, a more smaller arena with 3,000 capacity. Smart move. That's what AEW should do more of. If it's not selling, change it. Don't have 10% capacity in an arena. That's not a good look. You're better off just changing the venue. That's what they did. They changed the venue. So I like that. What's the next big women's feud in WWE? The next big one? It depends on what you call big. You may argue that Raquel Rhea Ripley is big, but I think the next big one probably Bianca Rhea next year. That's the biggest they can get. Maybe Charlotte Flair against like Nia Jax, something like that. Maybe. Like there's a difference between like big matches and maybe big Mania stuff. Like we talk about Mania matches, like Mania worthy is Bianca Rhea, right? That's the next big one for Mania. But it's like in general, like a TV feud that's big potentially. It depends on how big you want to make Raquel or Rhea Ripley. That could be big. Probably Tiffany is a possibility. I feel like that's Tiffany's in game. Do you want to give her biggest match? Did you face her rival? Not rival, but her idol. She idolizes Charlotte Flair. Do you do that one right away? You could. But that's one hell of a feud for Tiffany Stratton. Be her first like real proper feud, right? Would be Charlotte Flair. That's the case. She had a little bit of thing, like a small thing with Naomi, kind of small feud there, but like a real legitimate feud. That'd be her first one being Charlotte Flair. That's a lot. That's saying a lot. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany, one off, maybe. I don't think it'll be one off, but Trish against Tiffany at Crown Jewel. That's a random match that could work for Crown Jewel. Because Crown Jewel likes random ass matches, so you may have a big match like that. Would I do it? Kind of wonky to just bring in Tiffany Stratton with Trish. It's kind of weird and wonky with random. Triple H doesn't like really. Typically doesn't like random, so maybe not. But that's something you do in Saudi for sure. Can we talk about Tommy and raise my blood pressure adversity? Oh, because you're worried about Tommy not winning the. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna do like a separate Joshi stream, Solar, by the way, probably on the weekends, like all Joshi stream for the weekends. But since you asked the question, Utami lost her recent match to Mirai in the block. They're doing a Dream Star tournament to decide who will face Sari potentially. You know, Sari's in the match. I think if she wins, then she gets to choose her own opponent. So yeah, the winner of the tournament will face Sari for the belt. And everybody thought that Tommy was gonna win it because she's the person that's supposed to step up now that Julia's gone for Mari Gold. But she lost again. She lost to Nagisa, and she lost to Mirai. So now folks are saying, "Oh my God, she's not winning the tournament. What are they doing?" They're doing a long-term build with Tommy. Okay, so Sari just won the belt, so Sari will be the champion for a long time. She'll have a few title defenses. So ultimately, next year, they're saying, maybe next year for Summer Destiny 2025, that's when they bring Tommy back around. You do Utami against Sareee then. So yeah, no immediate title defense against Utami for Sareee. I think they're doing a long-term build for Utami. It could work well. It's smart. It's straightforward. You don't do the match at First Dream. Do that next year's Summer Destiny, and then potentially, if you have Mayu Iwatani, that's a big rumor. Mayu would resign him with Marigold. She'll leave Stardom, right? So you have Sareee against Utami, Hayashishita, and then you do not Mirai, but Mayu Iwatani against Io. Io Sky said that she has in her mind who she wants to face next year at the next Summer Destiny. That's what she said. She was very cryptic about it. She said, I know who I want to face next year, but didn't say anything. Is it going to be Mayu? That'd be crazy. Mayu leaves Stardom. You do Io against Mayu. And main event, Sareee against Utami, where Utami will finally beat Sareee for the belt. That'd be a great story, but it's next year, not at First Dream. I think Summer Destiny is like the WrestleMania now. Is that going to be the case? Is that going to be like the big show every year? The summer show? I get it. Marigold, Flowers, Summer Destiny, big show, WrestleMania for them. That could work. Let's see. Trish is teasing the matchup. She's talking a lot in interviews, okay? But I wouldn't pay it any mind. She says she likes Tiffany Stratton. Lita says she likes Rhea Ripley. I wouldn't pay any mind. That's a Triple H thing. That's a Triple H call. So no matter what they want, no matter what she wants, it doesn't matter. I would not pay that any mind. Not at all. Any mind. Bayley Naomi could be good. It could be big. I think if they do what they should do, have Naomi turn heel, it'd be great for that story. It'd be great for those two. And we'll get a different dynamic from Naomi. Something we haven't seen in a long time. Do you think PFC working or should disband? I think they're fine for now. I think you wait a little longer and give them an actual storyline. It'd be different if they didn't have a story. No, it'd be different if they did have a story. If they did have one and it sucked, that'd be one thing. But not giving them a story. Give them an actual story, then we can evaluate if it's working or not. There's no story. It's just, hey, we're taking over the division and we're going to beat up this person. We're going to beat up that person, but no actual storyline. Give them an actual storyline, and then we can evaluate, is it working? Is there really good chemistry here amongst the three? Is it a good dynamic? So on and so forth. You have to actually give them a chance. They're not giving them a chance with any type of legitimate storyline. So I can't say that it should be done. It should just chill. No offense to Trish, but I don't know how that match would go. Trish is kind of like she needed Becky Lynch, a ring general, right? I don't love the idea of having Tiffany guide Trish. That's kind of what would have to happen. You can't have Trish over there guiding the match. It makes no sense. Becky was a great person to lead that match with Trish Stratus. I get Trish. I know Trish Stratus is a veteran. I know she's been doing it for a long time, but she's not the elder statesperson, the elder stateswoman, okay? You're going to need Tiffany to lead that, really, right? She's a young buck. She's been doing it more frequently. We need Tiffany to do that. I don't think I want to put Tiffany in that spot yet. So Becky, sure. Bayley, sure. Sasha Banks, sure, with Trish Stratus. Tiffany, I don't know. Maybe a tag team. Maybe a tag team match where you get Tiffany with Nia against Trish with someone else. Here's a match. Here's a match. Just thought about it. Nia Jax, Tiffany against Charlotte and Trish Stratus. Charlotte's a veteran. You can handle things in there. Nia Jax can handle things at this point. That's the match. That's how you do it. You want to do a Tiffany Trish Stratus thing, do Tiffany with Nia against Charlotte with Trish. Heard it here first. Will it happen? No. Who would be a non-title women's feud with the current roster? A non-title women's feud? A non-title women's feud. Bayley Naomi. Right there, Bayley Naomi. That's the one. Yeah, Charlotte and Tiffany have history. They sure do. They sure do. Charlotte can handle that. She can handle it. She can control that match. That's what I would do. But it's not gonna happen anyway, so not gonna happen. Trish Stratus, she can chill somewhere. Probably go to Raw. She'd probably go back to Raw, honestly. Should Tatum be brought in and Tyra be a true team? No. Not yet. I think it's smart what they're doing with Lyra, working both shows, showing up on Raw, going down to NXT. They should do that. They have a match tonight. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to beat Wendy and Rosemary. So I have a match tonight. That's good. I don't think you need to bring Tatum to the main roster anytime soon. When they do go up, I think they should stay together. Yes, call up Tyra and I love that relationship. I love that storyline. Call up Lyra and Tatum to the same show when it's time. So wherever Lyra is, then call up Tatum to that same show. Have that dynamic stay together. I like it, but not right now. No. Hope Mackey doesn't come back. That's messed up. Tatum is going to be called up probably next year. Maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe next year. Let's see. TFC name is not it. Well, it ain't changing. I don't think so. So, Pure Fusion Collective is here to stay. Don't miss. Oh, look at this advertisement. Don't miss Saturday night main event. Yeah, Bianca. We got Bianca. We got Liv. That's pretty big spot for Liv Morgan there. They got it reversed. They made a mistake. They got Bianca and Roman in the red, and Liv Morgan and Seth Rollins in the blue. Seth and Liv are Raw. Bianca and Roman are SmackDown. What's going on here? Long Island, New York. So this will be a multi-brand show, which is cool. I love that. Cool graphic. Let's go ahead and retweet that. Why not? Livy, Bianca, Roman, Seth, Cody. Now, I usually say don't pay attention to the poster. This looks like the main poster. This looks like the actual poster. I will say that. This doesn't look like a freaking ticket poster. Looks like the real poster here. Obviously, we're early. It's freaking September, so probably not. But it does look like an official looking poster there. I will say that. No Rhea. Wow. Yeah. No Rhea. It's Liv and Bianca. Well, Liv will still be champion, by the way. She'll still be champion, by the way. At this point, she will still be champ, just so you know. But I like that. Cool. It's cool. Yeah, she'll still be champ, man. Time to accept it, folks. You are not getting Liv against Rhea Ripley at Mania. It's not happening. You're getting Liv Morgan is having her first Mania spotlight. Her first singles match at Mania. That's what's happening. So just accept it. Be better off. Right now, lots of complaining about something that's pretty much set in stone, I think. So yeah. Let's just all accept the fact that Liv Morgan will be walking into Mania as champ. Maybe that's where you get Roman versus Cody 3. Predict that show. Think about it. That's after Survivor Series, before Rumble. I didn't consider that. I've not been considering that show. That's a big show. You have a heel turn. You have a breakup. A lot of stuff that can happen on that show. It's something to consider. They want to make a splash on that show. It'd be a big deal. Things can happen. Things can go down. So when we think about the year, you have to factor in that show. When you think about Bad Blood to Crown Jewel to Survivor Series, you have to think about that Saturday main event as well, then to Rumble. So you got to keep that in mind when you're thinking about possible booking potential potential booking situation for the roster. It's a legitimate show to consider. Things can happen there. Things can happen. Probably write off Roman. Why would you write off Roman there? Don't you need Roman to... Well, yeah, Roman's not going in the Rumble or the Chamber, so yeah. It's family business, right? Cody won't be defending against Roman. Won't be challenging freaking Gunther. So, all right, you're right. That might be a time to write him off. He's not needed. He's not needed for Rumble season. Not needed. He is going to skip Rumble in the Chamber, probably. Paul Heyman, he'll be back. All right, let's look at like some last stuff here before I wrap it up here. We're going for an hour and 30. I'll stop at hour and 40. Let's see. Lucha Brothers. Conan accuses AW of leaking negative stories about Lucha Brothers to try to make them look bad. He hates AW for sure. Let's see what else you got here. Emerson resigned. Talked about that already. Oh man, I forgot about something. Oops. Let's watch. Let's watch this real quick. Let me see if this is even working right now. Let me see if you guys hear this. I don't think this will be taken down. Let's see. Let's go to split. Go to. We'll see if there's any weird audio. Wait, let me see something. Wait. That is, you're hearing double now. Let me close out of this. Close out of that. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Audio's gonna get clipped. Let's switch to that. Let's put the audio on. All right, let's try this again.
Your Saturday obsession.
That's gonna get me copyrighted. We'll go ahead and pause that. So we got a main event YouTube video here showing no, not that.
WWE Saturday nights.
Let me see. Yeah, definitely gonna get copyrighted probably. But yeah, that's cool. So there's that. New advertisement, new commercial, NBC. That's cool. Very interesting. Very interesting. That's part of the new deal with NBC. That's going to be fun. Let's see what else I need to. Right now, my headphones are not working right now. I don't know what's going on. Let me try something real quick. Let me go to. Oh, let's probably wrap it up here, just in case something else weird happens. Thank you guys so much. That advertisement looks exciting. It's going to be a good show when that goes down in December. I'll look forward to that. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk about the White 6 stuff later. I'll look into that, see what happened with that. Is there anything interesting? Will it be Braun Strowman joining the group? Will Alexa Bliss come back? I don't know, but we'll see what happens there. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and talk to you later on Twitter. Peace. Oh, wrong thing. I'm just killing it today right now. I am killing it, folks. Go. Later.